my name is Christopher Beckett. In this training PowerPoint presentation, we will be going over project management and additional areas in project management. As we begin, we will discuss different needs and areas in project management to consider as a project manager in order to have continued success. First, we will start with the basics on what a project is. A project is defined as a temporary endeavor which is taken on to create a service, a product, or a result, and has the following characteristics: a defined lifespan with a beginning, middle, and end, involving several professionals and departments. It is typically a new and never done before project, and it has a specified time, cost, and performance requirements or restraints. Project management is the process of leading and managing the work of a team to achieve goals and producing a final result with a specified criteria over time. Project management goals are to achieve the project scope within a certain time frame, within a certain budget, with defined quality specifications. As a project manager, we must consider the following areas in project management in order to have a current and future success. During this training, we'll be going over how to successfully close out a project, international factors and cross-culture considerations when managing a project in other countries, agile project management, and what project management institute certification programs there are for continued success. First, we start out with project closeout. Project closeout or closure is accomplished in order to prepare for the transfer or ownership and to ensure the project acceptance by all stakeholders. The purpose of project closeout is to assess all aspects of a project, ensure completion of all deliverable and project tasks, verify project meets stakeholders' needs and expectations, and finally, conduct a review to derive any lessons learned for future projects. All this information is included in the project closeout report, which is an important document summary of the overall project. Typically, a team is put together to manage and produce the final project closeout report, which may be used in future projects as a guide. There are three major deliverables when it comes to project closeout, which encompasses what needs to be done when closing out a project. These deliverables include wrapping up and concluding the project, project auditing and the evaluation of performance and management of project. First, wrapping up and finalizing the project is to ensure the project is ready for final delivery by ensuring all deliverables are accomplished, closing out the project schedule, and preparing and releasing the final report to stakeholders involved. Next, project auditing occurs throughout the project, and the final audit is conducted during the project closeout to ensure quality and completion. Think of this as the final inspection on a new home build, just prior to the new homeowners taking delivery. Finally, an evaluation of performance and management of project is meant to assess the individuals, teams, and the overall project performance. This is where things such as lessons learned will come from and knowledge gained from the project. There are different types of project closeouts as they have different ending stories. Not all stories end the same, just like not all projects end the same. Different types of project closeouts include normal, premature, perpetual, failed, and change priority. First, a normal project closeout is typically when a project is successful and the project or service is turned over to the owner. There may have been some bumps in the road, such as modifications into the scope, schedule, and cost. However, the product produced is relatively as expected. Premature project closeout happens when a product or a service is rushed to delivery, as opportunities can be lost if the project stays within the original time constraints. This can be very dangerous as can severely diminish the quality of a product or service produced and lead to project failure. Next, perpetual closeout is where there are constant add-ons to the project or scope creep, even at the end of the project. This typically leads to the team to believe a well-defined scope was never fully established, and eventually the project is closed with potential questions. Next, failed projects typically speak for themselves. A failed project occurs when deliverables are not met for a wide variety of reasons, and the project is ultimately terminated before final delivery. And finally, change priority often occurs when projects switch from one focus to another focus, which could occur during market shifts or environmental climates. An example would be policing switching to more transparency and the development of the Axon body-worn camera system. A project may start off with a high priority, but due to changes in the markets or climates, the priorities shift and the project either becomes more or less relevant. Project closeout offers many challenges and opportunities. Some challenges include technical, procedural, project team challenges, and customer challenges. Technical challenges include problems with launching a new product or design, thorough identification and agreement on all of the final deliverables, and lost control of budgets as people make the final push to the end. Procedural challenges can include things such as handoff transitions from a project to technical support. Project team challenges can include loss of team cohesion as members complete their task and become involved in other tasks. Loss of interest in closeout, such as administrative paperwork or fear of no work causing members to drag their feet. Customer challenges include agreement on outstanding commitments, no clear handoff strategy, change of responsibilities and tension, difficulty in agreeing to sign off final issues. Opportunities include lessons learned, active plan outline, project perspectives, new assignments, and final evaluation and critiques. First, every project will come with lessons learned, which benefits all stakeholders involved in the project, whether successful or failed. Action plan outlines helps prevent challenges and gives a guide on the final closeout for a smooth transition. Project perspective and the creation of new assignments are a huge benefit to any company or organization. This can be a new streamlined process which makes things easier, such as police departments digitally impounding evidence instead of manually impounding photos or video compact disc. Finally, evaluations are opportunities to analyze a project, individual teams' successes, and their shortfalls. There are several ways to mitigate and reduce project challenges. Technical challenges during project closeout can be mitigated through the project control and monitor process. Measuring technical performance of a project can help ensure quality and ensure the project deliverables or specifications of systems are falling within the parameters set by the values which are implemented in the beginning of the project. Comparing values versus the actual task, process, or product being produced will help the project stay on track and ensure a quality product at the end. Procedural challenges such as handoff transitions can be avoided by ensuring the plan is in place and that it is included in the project closeout checklist. Staff challenges can be avoided through evaluations, recognitions, and rewards once the project is completely closed out, and the product, service, or process have been completely turned over to the stakeholder. And finally, customer challenges can be avoided during the project closeout with a strong, well-defined scope deliverables at the beginning of a project and constant communication with the customer throughout the project. As we talk about the successful project closeout, let's transition and talk about some unique challenges to international projects which can affect completely how a project is developed, planned, managed, and closed out. When a project goes international, you have to take into account project considerations and country culture considerations, as well as challenges, solutions, and opportunities that may arise. Internal factors and cross-cultural considerations to take into account for your project would be time, cost, quality, and project scope. If your organization is to expand internationally and a project move overseas, what would be the added time, preparation, planning, managing, transitioning, and closing out a project if it was overseas? Second, cost implementations to consider would be paying for a team to implement the project overseas, as well as a number of factors which could affect the cost. First, what is the focus of the project, and are there cost saving or investments with either moving or completing the project overseas? What is the cost associated with a project in regards to the country and their resources they can provide? Next, what international quality control measures would be considered when it comes to the project? Does the project adhere to OSHA standards when it comes to building and safety inspections? What is the project scope or the ultimate goal of the project and purpose of it going overseas? Finally, how would integration management be implemented with an international project? When sending a team overseas to live and work in a different country to work on a project or move a whole operation overseas, a company or organization must consider country considerations. These can include, but are not limited to, language, culture, political climate, legal laws and rights, infrastructure, and environment. How will the organization and its team adapt to these country factors? What are the benefits and challenges associated with the country? Adapting personnel and teams to language barriers and different culture may start off with culture awareness training for a specific country. Political climate, as well as law and legal rights in a country, could affect the overall project and the team working on that project. This assessment needs to be strongly evaluated prior to the project planning process. Finally, evaluating the infrastructure along with the environment of the country should be considered to plan out how supplies and resources would be attained in the country, as well as what the environmental weather factors that need to be considered when it comes to supplies and resources. Challenges and solutions or mitigation tools should be considered when implementing an international project. First, societal norms can be a challenge when it comes to differences on beliefs, religion, rights, politics, standards of living, and the number of factors. It is important for a cross-cultural project team to respect and accept different societal views and work to find common ground. Multicultural teams brought together to work on a project must first get to know each other and understand their differences. It is the project manager's job to structure the team for success, understand the cross-culture makeup of his or her team, set very clear standards and norms, and find ways to make personal bonds and immediately address any conflicts. Effective communication is the number one problem when managing international projects. By having a culturally intelligent communications plan to include hiring translators and training staff on communication standards would help to build those relationships. Finally, policy and procedures can be challenging when it comes to working with a multicultural team because of the different workplace beliefs and societal beliefs. Again, policies and procedure standards have to be set and understood by all team members involved in the project. Learning to ask questions. Opportunities during an international project include teams who gain global awareness and learn diverse cultures, learn new sets of skills, and have a higher level of work experience. Company or organizational benefits include expansion, diversifying, and future stability opportunities. Individuals and teams, along with whole organizations, can develop global awareness and learn diverse cultures to include business practices by working on an international project. Having global awareness can help bridge cultural gaps and strengthen relationships and cross-culture ties. Teams and employees can develop new skill sets as they learn techniques and procedures in working with a multicultural team. This gives everyone a higher level of work experience and exposure that can be unmatched. Working with a host nation can help open up your eyes to new ideas and innovations that are occurring across the world. And finally, company benefits of expanding into a global market are diversifying the company or organization's work and building partnerships. This can lead to more profitability and strengthening global organizational relationships, which ultimately can lead to company stability. As we continue on different ways project management can be adaptive, we will now talk about Agile project management. What is Agile project management? Agile project management is when a project requires more flexibility and the ability to manage challenges through information as learning takes place while relying on incremental, iterative development cycles to complete the task. Traditional project management concentrates on planning everything up front and uses a waterfall approach where the process flows down. Agile project management is similar to a rolling wave where planning and scheduling are developed through iterations or short periods of time. 4 values of Agile project management is individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, and responding to change. Individuals and interactions are placed over processes and tools as it highlights a preference for personal communication and its importance in project management. Second, working software over comprehensive documentation values quality software as opposed to endless documentation. The idea is that a team can learn faster by seeing results of working software providing faster communication to stakeholders as opposed to traditional documentation. The third value is customer collaboration over contract negotiations, which implements customers directly into the project process. This has many benefits in getting stakeholders and customers involved. Finally, the fourth value is responding to change over following a plan. Agile project management is focused on change along the way to better the project rather than focusing on a rigid plan. The 4 values of project management, supported by 12 principles, include customer satisfaction, welcoming change, trusting individuals, frequent deliveries, daily interactions, in-person conversations, working software, sustainable development, technical expertise, simplicity, organized teams, and constant reflection. The 4 values of Agile project management and the 12 principles work together to support the Agile project methodology, where empiricism, where teams are encouraged to try new things, stop and reflect and improve, and where business valued and customer satisfaction are centered. Agile project management has challenges to include a company or organization that does not support the method. It is less effective on larger projects. It requires more time and dedication, which could lead to scheduling delays, unclear understanding without direct path, rushed test cycles, and limited skill sets. It is important to know if your organization leaders support Agile project management, and if so, an evaluation of methodology is needed before implementing it into your organization's common practice. Because agile project management is flexible, it can be difficult to manage on larger projects, and it is suggested it's left for smaller sized projects without hard deadlines. Because of the flexibility and the time needed, it is recommended a gradual increase of the use of agile project management. To clear up understanding, parameters need to be established and constant communication needs to take place. Specified time allotted needed to be set aside to ensure testing cycles are not rushed. And finally, training along with developing innovative thinking in team members will help reduce the limited skill set for those not experienced with agile project management. Agile project management can increase business value, improve product or project visibility, decrease risk, and enable adaptability. Additional opportunities include customer satisfaction, changing environments, stakeholder and developers collaboration, stakeholders and team members motivation, stimulation of innovation and change, and final sustainable development. One of the biggest advantages is the freedom to be creative and involve customers in the process for collaboration. One example of agile project management business practice is Google's time allotted for their employees to work on projects during their free time, which is how things like Gmail came about. The freedom and the flexibility of agile project management can be very beneficial if managed properly. As a project manager, you must understand all aspects, theories, methodologies, leadership styles, and ways to be a successful project manager. Having the knowledge in the field of a project management along with certifications can be very beneficial. Project management certifications programs go beyond a degree in project management or business management. The benefits to having a project management certification is that it provides you with a value to your resume, gives you industry recognition, learns skill sets, contributes to a higher income, and allows for network opportunities and validates dedication in your career field, providing credibility. The benefits of a certification ensure that you are ready and prepared in handling the demands of a project management and employers. Preparation and getting a certificate will ensure that you are ready to advance in your career as a project manager. There are two types of project management certifications we will go over, which include Project Management Professional Certificate and Certified Associates in Project Management from the Project Management Institute. According to the Project Management Institute, employers will need to fill about 2.2 million project-oriented roles each year until 2027, and skilled project managers are in high demand. The Project Management Institute Project Management Professional Certificate is a globally recognized certification program which gives you the legitimacy in your career field. Requirements to apply for the certification are a 4-year bachelor's degree, 36 months leading projects, and 35 hours of project management training and education. If you do not have a bachelor's degree, you are required to either have a high school diploma or an associate's degree, 60 months minimum in leading projects, and 35 hours of project management training and education. Once you have met the minimum qualifications, you have to complete the application process and take the certification exam. The exam membership fees are $405, and for non-members, the fees are $555. The final step is to maintain your certification through continuing education courses. 60 credits are required each year. Project managers with a certification can earn up to 25% more than non-certified project manager professionals, according to the Project Management Institute. Regardless of the stage you are in your career field, the Certified Associates in Project Management from the Project Management Institute will help your career develop, showing your credibility, your effectiveness when working with a team. The qualifications to apply for the CAPM has a secondary education such as a high school diploma or an associate's degree, and 23 hours of project management education. The project management education courses can be done through project management online basic courses. Benefits of this certification is that it is globally recognized, establishes credibility in the career field, increased competency, and most who have this certification can earn up to 25% more than non-certified employees. You must complete the application process and take the 150 question exam. Exam fees are $225 for members and $300 for non-members. The CAPM can be used as a stepping stone to get your PMCP. As you can see, there are many benefits to having a certification in project management. As we conclude this training, let's review what we have covered. This presentation went over project closeout, international factors and cross-culture considerations, agile project management, and project management certification programs. Project closeout or closure is accomplished in order to prepare for transfer of ownership and to ensure the project is approved by all stakeholders. International factors and cross-culture considerations to take into account are project considerations and country and culture considerations, as well as challenges, solutions, and opportunities that may arise. Agile project management is when a project requires more flexibility and the ability to manage challenges through information as learning takes place while relying on incremental, iterative development cycles to complete the task. Finally, project management certification programs provide added benefits and value to your career as a project manager. In summary, project management has many avenues, theories, methods, and project management styles. One thing that remains the same is the definition of project management being the process of leading and managing the work of a team to achieve goals and producing a final result with a specified time and specified criteria. The key takeaway from this training is solutions over problems and communication is key to project success. Thank you and have a good day.